What's something boys can never tell their girlfriends? I actually watched this episode without you when you passed out last night. Bro, quiet. She might hear you. I have to make sure to restart the episode after I watch it and let it play for a few seconds and then pause it there so they don't realize I've watched the entire thing without them. The guy she tells us not to worry about really worries us. Yep, had that told to me a few times by different girls. By that point the relationship is already over lol. In my experience, with the right girl, there's no guy that actually worries you. How gorgeous they are. Never comes out right. It's never as much as you want it to be. I will never forget stumbling over words to my first girlfriend. You're as pretty as you're ever gonna get. You reminded me of my first girlfriend when I was 14. She put her hand out as she wanted to hold my hand, so of course I high-fived her. That there were other women before you. Made this mistake thinking she met me when I was 34, so why should she care or be bothered by it? Fast forward 3 years, and I ended up breaking off my engagement by text because her jealousy finally caused me to snap. Whereas my wife met one of my exes and after said to me, "Why the hell did you break up with her? She's amazing." She was an amazing woman, but not someone I wanted to be in a relationship with. Well honey, you're right. Problem is, she dumped me. You're my consolation prize. Ouch, where'd you get a frying pan just now? My ex-girlfriend used to let me do that. This is probably the safest way to ensure you will never, ever, ever, be allowed to do that. Pretty much for any possible that I can think of. Washing dishes conversation saved. Yes, you put on a little weight, but I like it. I actually tell my girlfriend of 12 years this. We both know she's put on a little weight. She was a size 8 when I met her, so not exactly difficult, and I need her to know that she looks hot and any weight she put on was put on in all the right places. That you wouldn't date her if she was a worm. Depends. If we started dating and then she became a worm, I'd get a little habitat thing to take care of her. I'd still love her. If I met her as a worm, then no. I couldn't start to develop any feelings. You've been asked, haven't you? That pigs are much bigger than you expect. One of them was so big you could ride it. Yes, that girl that we passed on the beach in that bathing suit was attractive. That long 40-minute non-stop story you just told me while I had full eye contact and kept nodding and agreeing with you? Yeah, I zoned out about 5 minutes in and was thinking about what show I'm gonna watch later tonight. I just know how to look like I'm listening. My dad does this for anything longer than 1 to 2 minutes. I've gotten good at knowing the look and trying to summarize BC of it Lamau. How much money they've lost in the stock market. Well, this is making my relationship feel even better. I tell my wife everything. But do you tell your girlfriend everything? Not about the wife at least. That when I think in bed it isn't about her when I'm silent. I'm trying to solve a riddle from a game or question something on a TV show. I'm still thinking about the last blunder I made at chess. We're concerned about you just up and leaving us. Big oof, this is me. I've had it happen once, no warning or anything. The day before we were spooning in bed, talking like normal about everything. The next day she just moved out, left me and the dog she insisted we buy. I didn't really want the responsibility, without so much as a penny. I had spent a small fortune paying off her student loan, and all our bills a few days prior. I had an insane payout because of a large bonus thanks to my effort at work, and the deal was that we'd use her salary to buy food and live our lives that month. 6.5 years relationship, and she just left me without so much as an explanation. Left me without money to buy food for me or the dog. It was so unexpected. Her friends called me and asked if I had cheated or what I had done wrong. None of them knew why she left either. It's been 10 years, and I still don't know, and I still don't fully trust it won't happen again with my current girlfriend. The dog is still with me. BTW. A beautiful, but old Rottweiler, 13 years old this September, which I spoil rotten. The extent to which I spend money on movies, games, books, comics, etc. But honestly, we have a mutually assured destruction type deal going where she also doesn't have to tell me how much all the plants and vintage clothes cost. Nothing. Literally, nothing. Hey babe, how was your day? Death stare. Swoons. Fucking just choose. How much I actually spend on my hobbies. To the grave. Hell, I don't even want to know. I did a rough estimate of what I've spent on guitars and gear, and it's honestly a bit ridiculous. Where I buried me treasure. In me booty? No, in Djibouti. Who would win, Batman vs Polar Bear? She wouldn't believe me if I told her. Wait though, who would win? I'm seriously considering. Yes, I do get horny around you. It's not by choice. And it's not because of anything in particular you're doing. I just think you're hot. And I intend to ignore it. Because I don't want to just bring it up. And I don't really feel like dealing with it anyway. It's just kinda there. Okay, so it's less of a tell their girlfriends to more of a explain to their girlfriends. Once we are finished with a bottle of soda, why do we bonk our heads repeatedly without even thinking anything? And the excruciating pain that you got once you accidentally hit your head with the cap instead. Bro, you gotta hold it by the cap. The real answer to the question, what are you thinking about, when he dozed off again? Al Bundy said it best when he said, "That's funny, I was just thinking that, if I wanted you to know what I was thinking, I'd be talking." Hi honey. Did you miss me? With every bullet so far. Don't call her a ketchup packet when she's on her period. Yeah, that's degrading and immature. Call her Bleedy Gonzalez instead. My partner's Russian. I ask if the Soviets are back in town. It never goes well, and I never learn my lesson. The dress doesn't make you look fat cause you already are. What she says, does this dress make me look fat? Translation, does this dress sufficiently conceal my fatness, or should I find something else to wear? I said 55555. Wait, but you said bitch though? It wasn't silent, and yes, I can smell it. I want my hoodie back. When me and my ex split up, she put my hoodie she always wore around the house into my bag when I was moving out. It somehow made it worse that she went out of her way to make sure she didn't keep the hoodie. My ex kept my favorite jacket. It's been 3 years and I still miss the jacket. Frown. That you're actually 3 toddlers in a trench coat. Whenever my GF starts to catch on, I just make up an excuse to go do a business. No one expects business in a trench coat. Which ones of her friends you think are hot? Don't care what she says fellas, it's a trap. Or which one of her best friends you can't stand? I'd easily fall for this one. Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but since you asked, Stacy. She's completely unbearable. I can only assume you're asking because you've had an epiphany and feel the same way. That golf courses have this thing called pace of play, so 18 holes don't take 9 hours. Don't call her Tony Pizza. I hate being Tony Pizza. About the box. What's in the box? Pain. Babe, you're being a little unreasonable here. 14 years ago, I woke up before you on a weekend. I was watching an episode of Batman the Animated Series. You woke up halfway through the episode and picked up the remote and changed the channel. You knew I was watching and I never got to see the end of the episode. I'm still salty about it. Damn, this is fucked up. I've never in all the years of my short existence seen such treachery. That despite being sexually attracted to you, I still masturbate. I had to sit down with my wife and explain to her that the urge to masturbate is not the same as the urge to have sex with her. It's a selfish urge, and if I had sex with her every time I felt like masturbating, I'd basically just be using her to masturbate, which would, I feel, be profoundly disrespectful to her. When I want to have sex, it's about our mutual pleasure, and my enjoyment honestly mostly comes from her enjoyment, but masturbating is all about me. Or I'm just bored or trying to fall asleep. My wife's sex used to say that her masturbating was cheating on him. He was a dick, so even without using it, she'd move her vibrator in different places to fuck with him into thinking she used it. How many times per week they wanked in spite of having a girlfriend? I asked my boyfriend this and it was less than I expected. Still wonder if he undershot it in case I got upset. He did, and he did it for you. I'm war-torn. So when the nightmares come on too strong, I just say I'm dreaming that the dog got out again. Get you some therapy, my guy. I need space from her sometimes, and it's not because she did something wrong. Damn dude, if you can't say that to your GF, then how do you ever get any space? Serious question. Excuse me, I have to return some videotapes. About the voices. We aren't supposed to tell anyone about them. Bro, don't talk about the voices. For God's sake, guys, stop. Remember what happened last time. The only thing a good guy said to me that he shouldn't have is we went out to a nice Valentine's Day dinner at my favorite Indian restaurant. Got all dressed up, which was not our usual style as poorish retail workers were having a wonderful time, and he said yeah, his ex, and I came here for Valentine's Day once. Totally ruined the moment for me, lol. I thought it was so special, but he'd been there, done that. Why would he say that? Right? He was a great guy, just don't think he thought that one through, lol. We are obligated to not tell anyone. We are sorry, but we hope that we can help you otherwise. Calm down. So you have chosen death. Baby, I'm so glad you're real and I didn't forget to take my schizophrenia medication today. My BF sometimes says he'll never take those meds. I don't want you to disappear, Lamau. Oddly, comically romantic. This is a trap. For more videos, like and subscribe.